All right, it's spring, and there's just so much stagnant energy that's just been sitting inside of us, and we just need to kind of we need to heat it up a little bit, and we're gonna twist a little bit, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that heat, that energy, that transformative fire of the belly, and then start to bring it up into our heart center, where our truest expression comes out. Okay. So we'll take everything that's been sitting down in our bellies, the stagnant energy, the fear, the anxiety, everything that's just been sitting here and feeling heavy, and we're going to take it and ignite it and transform it, and then take that energy, and as we move it right up into our space cat space, make it serve us in a positive way. All right. So as I like to say, never let a crisis go to waste. So we have difficult circumstances going on. So, and it's not easy, but sometimes if you take that challenge around you and use it to maybe propel yourself in a direction that you'd like to go, so let's make use of this. All right. All right. So everybody find our seat. I'm going to move back just a little bit. And yeah, so a fair amount of twisting this evening and some back bends. So we warm up the stomach and we open the chest. All right, good places to get to. All right. So again, with our hands right at heart center, let's set an intention here and maybe close our eyes. Good. Let's release the arms down. We're going to breathe now, but we're going to move our arms as we breathe. So start to inhale and stretch the arms all the way to the sky. As you exhale, bring the arms down. Let's look to the right. I won't be mirroring you. I'm truly turning my head to the right. Inhale, come on up. And exhale, and as you do, turn your gaze to the left. The breath is traveling through the nose. Here we go. Back and forth like that. We breathe and we exhale and turn the head. Just loosening up the neck a little bit. And exhale. One more time each side. Exhale. Exhale. Let's stretch the arms up overhead. Hold here a moment. And as you breathe in, lengthen. And as you exhale, take the right hand to the floor to reach the left hand. And then we'll inhale, come back up through center. And exhale, lower the left, reach the right. Back and forth in that fashion. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Come on up. This time we'll hold a little bit longer as we reach. Exhaling. Stretch that left hand overhead. Press to come back up, reach the arms high, and the left hand will come down. We'll reach the right hand. A few breaths here. And come back up, reach high, and we'll bring the prayer right down to heart center. Good. Then we'll layer in some twists. So stretch the arms up, we breathe and gather. On the exhale, let's twist to your right. Left hand crosses the body to the right knee. That's just a half breath. And inhale, come back center. And exhale, go the other way. And 2 more times each side, holding on the last one. Exhale to the right. Exhale to the left. And inhale, center. And we exhale, twist to the right. Staying here now a couple breaths. Looking back over the right shoulder. In my gaze, I can see the Hudson River right now. And metabolic meltdown across the river. Come back up, inhale. And exhale to the right. And come back up. And take the hands down. Now let's bring them to your belly. Just make some little circles, just starting to massage the belly, the viscera, the guts, lunch, whatever's going on in there. Just give it a little motivation to move along. Nothing to see here. Move along. Keep it going. Good. Thanks. Let's come to our feet, everybody. I'm going to walk back to my mat. I'm going to bring my blocks with me if you have them. Make use. All right. So we're going to start off just doing some standing twists. Actually, first, some more lateral movements. So arms up, and let's take the right hand to the outer leg, left arm overhead, reaching. Just continue to cultivate that length through the side body. I like the lateral extensions to make space for the twists. Good. Stay another breath. Come on up, arms overhead. And left hand down, right hand overhead. And back up, and hands down. Good. Now, stand with your feet about shoulder width apart, and we're going to stretch the arms up. And then as you exhale, twist the right arm back, look back towards your right thumb, left arm stretches forward. And then we come back center, inhale, and then exhale, left hand back, right hand forward. All right. So a couple times like that. Inhale, we get long, and then exhale. From that length, we twist. It's so much more comfortable to twist from an extended, elongated spine. Left hand stretching back, right hand forward. And up again. And on this third time, we'll hold here now, working to pull your right hip forward. Hips are square to the direction that the left hand is stretching. And then up, and other side. And arms up and down. Good. From here, step your left foot back, just a short stride. And we're going to reach the arms up and then reach to our twist. We're going to hold here a little bit. So the right leg is forward, the left leg is back, and we're pulling that right arm back as we twist. Hips are, inner thighs are scissoring towards one another. So feel your right hip pulling down, the inner thighs pulling together. Good. And come back up. Step the left foot forward. Keep the arms lifted for the moment. Let's step the right foot back. Breathe in. And then we twist. Oops. Bring the left hand back, right hand forward. Try to keep some extension and length in the low back rather than curling or overextension in the low back. So a little bit of abdominal work to keep the spine in its extended shape. Good. Arms up, step forward, and lower the arms. Shake them out. Good. We can do that again, but a little variation with the arms this time, turning it a little bit more into a back bend. So right leg's forward, left leg's back, arms up. And then let's reach into our twist again, but this time lower the right hand to the back of the left leg and then start to reach the left arm up, all right? And then maybe look to the right and maybe down towards the left heel. A little bit of a balance work here. Oops, I'm about to tip over. And come back out of it. Step your foot forward. Good. Let's try the other side. So this time my right foot is back, my left leg is forward, arms up. As we enter into our twist, the arms reach apart, and then this time, left hand comes to the back of the right leg or the low back, and the right hand's gonna stretch, and I'm gonna turn my gaze now down and towards the right heel. And then back to your twist. Step forward, release the arms down, good. And then just circle the hips around a little bit. Good. Next thing I want to do is practice a little bit of prep for some balancing that we're going to do. Utthita Padangusthasana later in the practice. So, and Parvrita Padangusthasana. So we're going to take, at some point in the practice, we're going to hold onto the foot and do that. And then we're also going to stretch the leg out and take the twist. But before that, we're going to take a little prep. So I want you to bring your right knee up and put your right hand on the knee, left hand to your hip. And guide the knee out, standing on the left foot. Standing as tall as you can here. If you want to be fancy about it, maybe look over the left shoulder. Let's bring that knee forward and put the foot down. Good. Wiggle out the legs. Left knee lifts. Left hand now to the inner knee, right hand to your hip, and guide the knee outward. Oops. I'm not feeling super stable tonight with my balance. So if I fall over, Steve, you have a good laugh. Me and Janice can talk about it afterwards. Good. Oops. And knee forward. Good. Shake out the hips again. Bring the right knee up again. And I'll turn a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to lift the right knee. Left hand's going to take hold of the outer right leg. And then we're going to stretch the right arm up. And then either stretch the hand straight back or bring it to your low back. Either way, courageously. Oops. We're going to start to turn the gaze back over the right shoulder. And lower the knee. Good, shake out the hips. Let's come to the other side. Left knee up, right hand over the knee. Left arm up, and guide yourself into your twist. Now bring that hand forward and lower the knee down. Good. And again, circle the hips around a little bit. All right, we're going to do a little bit of back bending now into a flow. Actually, before we do that, let's all make our way back to downward facing dog. Let's all come to downward facing dog, everybody. Take a couple breaths here. And it's nice to work as you're just getting warmed up. Maybe keep your knees generously bent, be compassionate to the hamstrings, and really work on lengthening out, stretching out the back, stretching out the shoulders, stretching out the upper chest. And then slowly, in time, maybe the heels might get curious about the floor, and they might head that way. Good. And let's come forward to plank position. We're just going to hold this a couple breaths, get a little heat going here. And you can modify plank anytime with the knees down on the floor if you wish. Otherwise, we'll keep ourselves in this upper push-up position here for just a moment. And so what to do with the head. Let the back of the neck be long, chin drawn in, looking down forward slightly, but feel the lift of the back of the ears, right? And then we'll come forward onto your tippy toes and then lower down. Nice. Nice. Good. Now bring your hands a little wider than the mat, tops of the feet as wide as the mat, and lift on up. Come on down, lower the left ear to the earth. Inhale, come back up. And then on your next exhale, come on down, lower the right ear to the floor. Come center, look forward, bring your arms to your side. And then we're going to lift the limbs and the torso, legs coming up into Shalabhasana. Good, and come on down. Take your hands to your side ribs. Bring your knees wide on the mat. Let's take some circles with the hips here. Good, and let's pull the hips back to your heels. You can tuck your toes or keep the tops of the feet on the floor here. So the knees are wide, the forehead's coming down. I'm just going to stay in this wide-kneed child's pose for a few breaths here. Good. Make your way back to table and then back to down dog. Slowly walk your feet forward. And with soft knees, fold over your legs. Angle the head here. Just shake it out. So ready, roll on up to stand. And come to stand nice and tall. Bring the shoulders back. Nice upright spine. Crown of the head reaching upwards. Good. Take a moment at any time during the practice. Always check in, notice how you're feeling, explore the inner landscape. All right, good. Now, bend your knees, hook your thumbs, and then we'll start to stretch up, reach the arms back as you lift the heart, and a big breath to fill the upper chest. And then as you exhale, we'll bend the knees again, keep the spine long. It'll keep the low back feeling a little more comfortable. Reach the hands behind your back and clasp the hands. Breathe in, lengthen, and fold. Let's release the hands down and pick up your right foot and step it back. Good. And then from here, let's stretch the arms up and pull the hips forward, lift the heart. And begin to pull the elbows back as you engage between the shoulder blades to open the upper chest. And then stretch the arms back. And then turn the thumbs in and clasp the hands behind the back as you lift the heart. Hands reach down the back leg. Slowly bring the torso forward. And as you do so, lift the back knee. All right. We're going to give ourselves a little push and come on up and float into this warrior 3 with the hands bound behind your back. All right. Nice and long. Lower the right foot. Fold forward, hands overhead. And then bend your knees, release the arms, come on up and hook your thumbs again. Breathing that back bend into the upper chest. And then we exhale out, bend the knees, keep lengthening your spine, and clasp the hands behind your back. Releasing the hands down, look forward, inhale, lengthen. And let's exhale, step your left foot back and lower the knee. Hips are square, and reach the arms up. Open the elbows out. And slowly reach them behind you as you take the bind, lift the heart, shoulders back. Chest and heart are open. Good. Come forward. Lift the back knee. Get yourself set. And then a little spring brings you aloft up to warrior three. We're not here very long. But keep that lift of the heart. Think of our back bends when we were on our stomach. So lifting that upper chest. And then lower the left foot and fold forward, hands reaching overhead. Oh, feel that nice stretch to your low back and the shoulders. Good, and then bend the knees, release the arms, come on up, stretch the chest to the sky. Whoo, and float the arms down. Just take one hand over the heart, one hand over the belly, just check in. Let's do that sequence again. We'll bend the knees, hook your thumbs, stretch the heart high, compassionately. And then exhale. We fold forward and take your hands behind your back and then overhead. Release the hands to the floor, look forward, inhale. And pick up your right foot and step it back, knee down. Stretch the arms up, inhale. Exhale the elbows out. Reach the hands behind you, inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, come forward halfway, lift the back knee. Inhale, lift to a warrior three, stay here. Exhale, inhale. And exhale, lower the foot, fold forward, hands reach overhead again. Chin in. As you rebend the knees, come on up, hook your thumbs. Heart stretches to the sky. And final time on the left side, long spine, reach the hands back, fold forward, hands overhead. Release the hands down. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, step your left foot back, lower the knee. Here we go. Arms up, inhale. Exhale, elbows back. Inhale, hands clasped behind your back. Exhale, start to reach the heart forward, lift the back knee. Come forward, warrior three. Exhale, stay here. Inhale. And exhale, lower the left foot and fold forward, hands overhead. Good. Release the arms, come all the way up and lower the arms. Good, and take a hand over the heart, one hand over the belly. Checking in. Good, all right, let's keep moving. The hour goes fast. Let's bend the knees, come on down, find chair. Breathe in. And breathe out, fold forward. Lengthen the flat back. Exhale, step or hop your feet back to plank position. Inhale, come forward onto tippy toes. Either lower chest to floor or chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. And we'll pick our hips up high to down dog. Taking a breath here. Breathing in and breathing out. From here, stretch the right leg high and then bend the knee. And stack the right hip over the left heel across the tailbone. and stretch the foot out. Look forward as you square the hips, and then step that right foot forward. We're going to turn the back heel down. Come on up to warrior two. So with knees tracking over the heel, left toes are turned out slightly. We're inhaling, exhaling. 2 more breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Let's pull the right leg straight as you reach forward, Trikonasana. Take the hand down to the ankle or the foot or the floor, or gather a block if you have one. Triangle pose. One more breath. Begin to bend into your right knee, and as you do now, let's stretch that right arm to the sky into our exalted reverse warrior. And then come forward. Let's take either the elbow to the knee or the hand to the foot and stretch the left arm long. Side angle pose. Good. Take the left hand to the hip, bring the left foot in a little bit, reach the right hand forward, maybe find a block if you want, or take the hand to the floor. We'll find our balance in Ardha Chandrasana. Left hip stacking over the right, and maybe stretch the right hand to the sky. The left hand rather, I'm sorry. Good, and then float that left foot back. Come down and step back, downward facing dog. Now your choice here, if you want to take a vinyasa or maybe come to child's pose here, or maybe cat-cow if that feels good. Maybe cat-cow to child's pose. Or lowering down, whatever you think feels good right now. And we'll do that sequence on the left side with the left leg lifting. And then bend that left knee. Straighten, step it forward, turn your back heel down, and lift yourselves up, upright torso, left hand forward, right hand back, warrior two. 5 breaths. Let's pull the left leg straight without snapping it. And then stretch long, reach, reach, reach. And we'll take the left hand down. And then reach the right hand up, nice and vertical stack of the shoulders. We have 5 breaths here in triangle. Exhale for 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Start to bend into the left knee, coming through warrior two, and then stretching the left arm up, right hand down the back leg. And then coming forward again, this time either elbow to knee or left hand down, and then stretch the right arm long. A nice diagonal line from right heel through right fingers. Let's take the right hand to the hip, bring that right foot in a little bit. Maybe find a block or hand to the floor, and then come on up. And we'll balance on the left foot with the right leg stretching up nice and high. Try not to look down. You can discern where the floor is. Use your other senses. Good. Now, instead of taking a vinyasa, we're going to land the right foot back and come all the way up and face the side of the mat. Good. Wide-legged stance, elbows back, lift the heart this time. And we're going to hinge at the hips and fold forward, take the hands down. And come up about halfway, and we'll begin to bend the knees a little bit. Walk your hands over to the left foot and then hug your chest in towards the left leg, straightening your legs as much as you want to. And then come away from the leg just a little bit so that the right hand might take the outer left ankle or bring it to the inner foot if you want. But see if you can take the leg and then start to lean away now. And then we'll find a twist, maybe stretching the left arm out. One more breath. And then bring the hand back down, walk the hands through center. Come up, come halfway, nice long spine. Breathe in. Breathe out, bend the knees, just release that tension in the back of the hamstrings. Breathe in. Breathe out, lengthen the legs a little bit more, and then walk the hands over to the right leg. And then the left hand will take hold of the outer right ankle or the shin or to the inner floor. And then if you've got a grip on the leg, we'll lean away a little bit and come into this twist, stretching the right arm up, or it can come to your low back. Good, and then take that hand down, walk back to center, hands out to the ankles. Good, up halfway, all the way to stand. And step on up to the front of the mat. Deep breath in and breath out. Let's reach down, take hold of the right big toe now, or the knee. Then we're going to stretch the foot forward if you have the bind, and then guide the leg out to the right. You can be holding onto the knee here if that's better for you. Oops. Let's bring the leg forward, bring the knee in. I've been feeling nice about having a little lotus, standing lotus as a little counterpose to all this. So if you bring your right foot to the upper left thigh and let the right knee open out, might feel nice. We'll face you. And then we release. Good. Circle out the hips a little bit. Good. Let's try that on the left side. So we're going to reach down, take your foot, long spine. You can either bend the knee or come up with a straight leg if you want to try. And let's guide that left leg out, standing tall in the right leg. Oops. Bring the leg forward, bring the knee in. And if you want to take the half lotus, we'll cradle that shin, bring the foot to the upper right groin, and then being mindful of any sensation in the left knee. We find this half lotus standing. Nice. All right, good. Got a little bit more twisting here for you. So let's get ourselves settled here, taking in a breath. You're gonna bend the knees. We'll start in chair with twist. So let's bring the left elbow across the body to the right knee, prayer twist. Good, and let's come back center and then do that to the other side, right elbow to the left knee. And we'll release and forward fold. Lengthen the flat back, breathe in. Exhale, hop or step your feet back. You can go back to down dog, or if you want to take a vinyasa, fine. And from here, we're going to step the right foot through and lower the back knee. All right, now from here, we're going to reach back with the left hand and cup the left heel. And if that's not such a good placement for you, if you have a block, you can maybe put it outside the ankle. In fact, I'll spin myself around so you can see. So the hand's going to come back, cup the heel, toes are tucked, and then we're going to reach the right arm up. As you come out of the pose, take your right hand to the low back, support yourself, and come on up. Again, I'm going to spin myself around here. From here, we're going to take a twist. So left elbow across the right knee, hands to prayer, and then maybe take the back knee off the floor. Let's lower the back knee. Hands down, floor block. We're going to step the left foot in, so it's about 3 to 3.5 feet back now. We're going to take Parsvatanasana as you fold over your right leg. Here for just a moment, and then we're going to expand into a twist. So we're going to come up about halfway, and then put the left hand down onto a block or the floor, and keeping the leg straight, the right arm's going to reach up. Good, and take that right hand down, and as I promised you, we're going to step your left foot forward. Now, let's pull your right heel off the floor. Oops. And put your left hand to the outer right foot and cross your wrist. You may not get this because it's hard to describe, but anyhow, we're standing now. Oops, sort of. And we're going to come into that standing twist that I demonstrated before. We're going to stretch the right foot forward, left hand taking the foot, and then right hand's going to reach back. Oops, I'm coming down. Oh. I've been practicing it too much that I'm tired now. And then come on out, and if you want to take that standing half lotus, might feel nice. Now let's release. Good, check out the limbs. Find a chair. Then go back, down. Stepping back to downward facing dog or hopping back, finding a vinyasa here if you wish. And then let's step our left foot forward and lower the back knee. So I don't have to switch around this time. So I'm going to reach back with my right hand to take the ankle. And here we go into this half camel pose, I suppose. Good. And as I come out of the pose, one hand comes to my low back and the other hand supports me. And find my twist. Right elbow across the knee. Hands into prayer twist, maybe lifting the back knee. Take one more breath here. You release my knee down, hands forward, and then bring my right foot forward so that I'm setting up for Parsvottanasana, long spine, breathe in, heels down, fold forward. Then come up about halfway. If you have a block, make use of that. Or hand on the floor, or hand to the left shin. Right hand down, either inside or outside the foot. Then we'll stretch the left arm up. Good, and take that hand down. We will step forward. Come on up, let's bring the left knee on up, and we'll take the twist, holding onto the knee, or the right hand will take the outer left foot and stretch it out. You can always, since you're in your house, you can always come to a wall and set yourself up against the wall. We'll come out of the pose. You're going to take that foot to the upper thigh if you like, finding our standing half lotus. Good. Nice work, everybody. Let's just circle the hips. If you want to take another vinyasa here, cleanse the palate, that's fine. Otherwise, we're all going to meet seated now, down on the mat. Nice work, everybody. Let's come to the floor. And so bring the soles of the feet together. We'll just take some little circles here. Give our backs a little bit of comfort. Also still stirring the pot here a little bit. Good. So let's sit tall now. And then bring the hearts forward a little bit. Good. Come on up. Let's bring the knees together. Stretch your left leg out and then pull your right knee in. And then pick up your foot and bring it outside the left thigh and try to get the right foot flat on the floor. And we're going to take a twist here. We'll either keep your left leg extended or we'll wrap the left foot around to the outer right hip. Okay, so bring the right hand to the floor behind you, get tall, and then stretch the left arm up and bring the elbow across the body to the right leg. Let's release a counter twist to your left. And sit back. And as you do so, keep your right ankle over your left knee. And I'll take a little hip opener here. So keep the right ankle over the left knee and then try to walk the hips towards the heel, such to the point that you can still keep the spine tall, upright. The point of sensation in the hip. And as you release now, let's windshield wiper the thighs side to side, releasing any tension built up in the hips. Good. And we stretch our right leg out and bring the left foot to the outer right leg. Again, keeping this right leg outstretched, or if you wish to wrap it around to the left hip, we'll do so. Okay. Take the left hand to the floor behind you to brace the spine and then stretch the right arm up nice and high and elbow across the knee. Keep the left foot flat on the floor, taking note if the big toe mound uplifts. So quality of mountain pose, Tadasana in your left leg. So feel that inner rotation all the way down into the big toe mound. Counter rotate to your right. Turning forward, tip back, and let's bring the right foot forward so that the left ankle is crossed over that knee. Nice work, everybody. Release the ankle. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. And then come on up. Lift the hips up. Hands behind you. Look up. And come on down. Come down to lay on your backs. We'll do a few more postures here on our back before we wrap up. Starting off with bridge pose. Let's make robot arms, all right? And press the elbows down. As you press them down, lift the hips, and then start to walk the shoulder blades towards one another. Begin to straighten the elbows as the hands come to the floor now, and then reach the hands behind you. We did plenty of this before, so the shoulders should be nice and open. And then release, come on down. Let the knees fall together for a moment. If you care to do another back bend here, take a moment here. It could be bridge or wheel if you'd like to finalize back bending that way. I think I've had enough, so I'm just going to rest. Good. We're going to do a twist. So from here, I want you to bring your knees up over your hips and then cross your right knee over your left. Okay, so the knees are stacked. Put your left foot on the floor and pick your hips up. Move them to the right and put them to the floor. Pull the knees back up over the navel and then roll the legs with the right leg on top to the left until the right knee approaches the floor. If you want to put something underneath it, you can. If it comes to the floor, great. And then try to pull the right shoulder to the floor as well. Come on back. Unwrap the legs, center the hips, and maybe give the ankles, the legs a little lift and shake them out a little bit. Good. And then putting the right foot on the floor, cross your left knee over that. And I'm going to pick my hips up, shimmy them over to the left side this time before I roll my legs to the right. Right? And then my right hand holds the outer left leg and I stretch my left arm out, try to get my shoulders to the floor. Let's release, come on back, good. And center your hips. And then just take your hips and just drop them to the floor a couple times. Just give it a little bit of a thumping massage to the low back, good. Take your hands to your backs of your thighs. Come on up, we're gonna close with a seated forward fold. Or if you prefer an inversion at this point in the practice, that's fine. We're going to sit nice and tall, breathe in. And stretch the arms up. And let's take the arms out over the legs. Extend the front body as you breathe in. Exhale, fold over the legs. Let's take about 7 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Exhale, 6. Exhale, 7. And slowly make your way back up to sit. Guide yourself down to the floor. Maybe take your hands to your knees. Any final movements to give your back some comfort. And again, just this nice little stirring the pot here. If you want, maybe happy baby would feel really nice to you too right now. Taking hold of the ankles or the outer feet. And rock one side to the other. If you want to conclude your practice with an inversion of some sort, that's fine. Maybe stretching the legs up, holding the backs of the legs, or if you want to come to a wall, or if you want to take a shoulder stand, that's fine. Otherwise, we'll all head towards Shavasana. So as you are ready, you'll stretch the legs out on the floor. Take the hands to the back of the head, lift the head, and lengthen the back of the neck. Look down the chest, and then one vertebrae at a time. Lower the head back down. And then when the arms come down, walk the shoulders blades underneath you, and then outstretch the arms, backs of the hands on the floor, palms up. Close the eyes. Surrender the body to the embrace of the earth, allowing gravity to hold you. Use that connection as a settling force, a familiar force. Let the body begin to soften and relax. The legs. The legs relax. The hips relax. The abdomen and the low back filling with ease, letting go tension. And the heart, the chest, and the upper back at ease, no work. And shoulders, arms, wrists, palms, fingers, fingertips. You feel the head relax, the jaw, the throat, the soft palate. The eyes into the orbits. The eyebrows, the forehead melting. The temple regions, the ears and the backs of the ears, the base of the skull, and the crown of the head. We'll slowly start to deepen breath. Bring awareness back to the space around you, feeling the sensation of skin, air, gentle movements from fingers and toes, and maybe roll the head one side, then the other side. And laying down, let's stretch the arms out past your ears as you lengthen out the body across the floor. And stretch long, reach long, and fill the body up with nice, deep, deep breath, and fill the heart space now into it with a deep breath, and let a nice cleansing sigh come out the mouth. And a slow and steady, even breath through the nose now. Gather the knees into the chest, wrapping the arms around the shins. Rock gently side to side, and as you're ready, we'll roll off to your right side, resting the head into the bottom arm. And very tenderly, bring yourself up to an upright seated position and sitting tall. You do not have to face towards the computer. You face any direction that pleases you. As you inhale now, bring your awareness to the abdomen, the center behind your navel. As you breathe, feel the abdomen expand outward, but feel that space behind the navel. You feel the fire, the energy of the belly, and begin to envision a warm, nourishing light in the space of your belly. Bright light, a warm light, golden, whichever pleases you. And then as you inhale, let's imagine that you bring that warm light up to your heart center. And as you exhale, let's return that back down to your navel core. Filling it with energy. Inhale. Bring the power of that light, that energy up to your heart center. And back down to mid-body. And just continue on with this visualization, just a few more breaths. And one more time. Releasing that visualization. And use that warmth, that ignition that we've brought into our hearts to move forward in a courageous, positive way, cultivating a sense of fearlessness. I was talking with my kids about fearlessness, and they said, well, does fearlessness mean that you won't, jump off a cliff? I said, well, you need to layer in wisdom with fearlessness, I suppose. So knowing what's good for you, what's not good for you, not being unnecessarily afraid, leading with your heart, not jumping off cliffs, I suppose, right? Take our hands to heart center. And as we close, seeing the highest and best in one another, we say namaste. Namaste. Thank you for practicing this evening. I will take you all off mute. And if you want to say hello, goodbye, whichever. Thank you so much for being here tonight.